Hello.
Hello.
It's the
Hey,
Single
girl.
Mommy Hustle. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, girl, hey. San, Sean, I love it. I feel so good tonight.
Me too.
This is our 4th podcast episode, and I am so excited. I say that every week, but I really am because I just glean so much from Black women, women of color that are doing great things. My name is Erica Maria, and I am here with my co-host, LaShawn Gilmore.
Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. And we are going to be joined tonight by a very special woman. I fell in love the first day I met her. I did. I really did. So me and Sean are not just friends and, colleagues in this work that we do. We are inherited sisters.
Yes, man.
And I know her family. She knows my family. I know her
Yes.
family. We're family.
Yes, we're sisters.
We are.
For real.
And so I met a phenomenal cousin. I don't want to call her Cassandra because it's so formal. So I'll be calling you San all night.
Okay. That's what
Are
family
you
call
okay
me.
with that?
Oh,
Right, that's what.
absolutely.
Yeah, because that's what I call her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'll be at work
San.
and people say, the only person that's that close to me and still call me Cassandra is my husband.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea where he just refused to embrace the sand.
Oh, okay.
So tonight we have Miss Cassandra Hines.
That's me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she'll be joining us tonight as we discuss.
cousin.
Hey, cousin. In my Tupac voice.
Right.
We'll be discussing building wealth. I think we're going to have to do a couple of parts to this because we
Yes.
only have a little bit of time. So tonight will be part 1, and I'm so blessed and thankful that we have San here with us from I Am Real Estate. So I want Sean to introduce herself again.
Oh, I'm LaShawn Gilmore. I am the mother of 3, grandmother of 2, and I know all about that single mommy hustle. Ow.
We also have to give a shout out to our lovely and beautiful engineer, Miss T.
Yay.
Good morning. I mean, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Right.
Hey, girl, hey. And her son Robert is also here. We do this whole thing. We gotta acknowledge the children.
Yes.
Because that's a part of the single mommy hustle.
That's right.
Sometimes you just gotta bring the baby
And
with
this whole
you.
entrepreneurship, we need to be seeding, putting that seed in
Yes.
there right now.
Yes.
Yes, it's a good
yes,
thing
so
he
it's
here.
good.
Yeah,
Better
we
plant
learn
that seed.
something.
He's
Yes.
so cute. And so, Cassandra, can you please tell us and introduce the world and our listeners to who you are and what it is that you do?
Well, first of all, thank you for even thinking of me, ladies, for allowing me to share this platform with you. As you said, my name is Cassandra Hines. I am married to Odell Hines. I have 3 beautiful children. I'm the grandmother of 1, and we started our own real estate brokerage firm, and we've done a lot of things with it over the years, and I'm just happy to be here to share it with you guys.
Great.
Yay.
I love it. So over the last week, the results from the Michigan Restart Grant came in. And I had assisted quite a few Black female entrepreneurs in doing the grant. And as I started to get feedback, and people were getting money, they were tapping into that money, they were giving me shout outs, and my inbox and my nonprofit's inbox started to explode with people asking me about how to become an entrepreneur, how to legalize their business. But overall, with this wave in COVID, I've noticed that quite a few people are trying to reinvest.
Yes.
They're taking care of their bills and responsibilities.
Yes.
But they're
I agree.
also looking to invest in themselves, in their dreams, and move in a different way. And so tonight we want to talk about entrepreneurship. A lot of people have also tried to tap into the real estate industry. And so I think that it is perfect for Sam to be here with us to kind of give
Yes.
some helpful tidbits and tools and rules on what it will take, to become successful in that way. So I jot down a few notes. I don't want to take up a whole lot of time because we have just a good girlfriends conversation.
Okay. Yes.
Right? But the idea of entrepreneurship to some is scary. There are people, if you did not know, that have never left Michigan.
I do you one better. I know some people, believe it or not, and I know this sounds crazy in this day and age, they ain't crossed 8 Mile.
Okay.
Oh, you talk about leaving Michigan.
Okay. It's some people that have not been to Cedar Point.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That can't even imagine going out of this state.
Yeah. Well, we're going to hopefully change that today. Let's change the dynamics. But, you know,
Give them some good information.
Right. So when you're talking about entrepreneurship, to me, you got to have a vision.
Okay.
So for those people, like we said, that have never been outside of Michigan or never even been across 8 Mile, you got to vision yourself there first.
Yes.
You know, it's all about a mindset. Because you know some people that's just really happy and stuck with where they at? It's because they can't even imagine or vision themselves somewhere else, and they have nobody to help them get there. So hopefully we can sort of change some of that tonight.
Just giving some people some ideas on that your dreams are possible.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And so I brought that up because I won't even say people are happy where they are. They're just kind of, I live here, I do this, this is what I do, this is the norm, right? And, I can't be Oprah. Oh, I can't be Big Sean. Oh, Cardi B. You know how I feel about Cardi. But, you know, or Fame Brown, Clement Fame Brown with 313 clothing store, doing phenomenal things. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so you have an idea. You have something that you are good at, something that you're passionate about. You have a goal.
Yep.
And you want to figure out how to monetize your gift.
Yep.
Yes.
It's not just a hustle if you're making money.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
It's not just a scam. You know, it's not a scam if you can generate and monetize your gift. And I got that from one of my mentors, Sabrina Jackson, Dr. Sabrina Jackson.
Oh, yeah, I know Sabrina.
Isn't she awesome?
Yes.
I love her.
I love her.
And so she's always said to me for years, Erica, you got to monetize your gift. Erica, you got to monetize your story. You got to make your money by telling your story. And so I have to share that with people, that it's important, one, for you to figure out how to monetize your gift, how to monetize your hustle. The first thing that comes to my mind is you have to pray and seek wise counsel. Everything is not for you. Just because Fame made it big making T-shirts,
doesn't mean it's going to happen for you.
It's not going to happen for you. You know?
Right.
And that's the reality.
Right.
Just because Durden, you know, the restaurant, he awesome. You know, just because he had a line wrapped around the building with his chicken sandwiches, don't mean that's going to be for you. So
what God has for you is for you.
What God has for you is for you.
So you just got to tap into that.
Absolutely.
I don't care who you call your God. You have to be able to meditate and pray and ask for clarity on what's for me. And then outside of that, you have to be able to seek wise counsel, someone that you would consider a mentor. I mentioned Dr. Sabrina Jackson. Kaylin Risker was on the show with us last week. You know, I have several mentors for several different areas in my life.
You have to.
You do.
So this is, can I?
Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
I want to ask Sam, how did you get started?
Well, you know, what's so crazy, I was not even interested in real estate.
Okay.
You know, it was my husband, Odell. He was, you know, started out being an investor. And then he was one of those investors who felt like, where's all the good properties at? Somebody had them. Let me go get a real estate license. Seriously, got a real estate license. And then you get a real estate license, he realized, okay, I still ain't got the good properties.
Okay.
You know, and then he finally realized that when I sell a property, I got to pay somebody. You know, I got to pay my broker to even sell it, my own property. So he was like, oh, no, you know, I got to cut out the middleman. So he went from investor to real estate agent to real estate broker. Okay. And then that's when I came on board, you know, and we just felt like we got to leave a legacy for our children.
Yes.
You know, and so that's kind of how I personally got into the real estate. And I love it. I truly love it. You know, talking about real estate it is one of the things you can do that you're going to get high yield cash. You can build equity. You can leverage. It's a hard asset and it's a tax advantage.
Hard asset.
Right.
See, I jump in and pick out words. I love that word, hard asset. People need to understand what a hard asset is.
Absolutely. Because you can't do that with stocks. You can't do that with bonds.
Okay.
And cash, you can't even do that.
See, I'm learning something.
You can't do nothing with, a box of money in a Nike box under your dresser. You know what I'm saying? So if you actually go to buy a real estate property, you can't take that cash that you've been stashing and go buy a house with it. The feds ain't gonna let you do it.
And especially right now with COVID and how money is depreciating.
Absolutely.
The U.S. dollar is depreciating.
But when talking about entrepreneurship is so very, very important. To do your research, to figure out what it is you want to do, and find you somebody, like you said, a good mentor that's really, really willing to help you.
Okay.
And not just steal your idea, and lead you
run
down the
with
wrong
it.
path. I'm telling you, something so simple as doing my LLC and your S corporations. When we first started out, we didn't know nothing about that. So what did we do? We went to our accountant, charged us $300. We didn't have an idea. We figured that's the going rate. It wasn't until later on that I became a little bit more business savvy. People, listen to me.
Yes.
If you want to start your C Corp, your S Corp, your LLC, you can do it yourself. You may need some guidance.
Yes.
But you can do it yourself. Matter of fact, call me 248-4.
Go ahead.
539-1200, and you can file those paperwork yourself with the state of Michigan for $50.
Come on.
This guy.
We were just
that's
talking about that.
So we paid
Yes.
$300 for each one of our corporations.
Come
so
on.
this guy made a $250 profit.
Right. Just doing what you could have did
Just,
yourself was
for
filing
free.
that paperwork.
Less than $100.
Exactly.
Wow.
For less than $100.
See?
So it's the simple things,
Yes.
Just like my son come with an idea, and I ran and I did all the paperwork, and I did the LLC and all that type of stuff. He's like, Mom, you moving too fast. I ain't ready for all this.
He like, whoa.
And
Right.
I even
It's a
trademarked
thing.
it. Right. And I
It's a
trademarked
thing.
it.
And so
Right.
wait, and so that's the part, Sam, that I wanted to get to. It has to become a thing.
It has to.
So
Okay.
for something to become tangible, I believe in Jesus and what the Bible says. I don't impose that on anyone else. But the Bible says that you have to write the vision and make it plain.
Absolutely.
The moment
Absolutely.
you write it
Absolutely.
down, the moment that it is in writing, it's on paper, it is now tangible.
Yes.
Then you do the next step and make it legal in writing for $16. That's 2 combos at McDonald's, okay? For $16, you can go ahead and register your company name with the state of Michigan, with Wayne County.
Yeah.
Okay, for $16, and I'll post the links on our business page and everything. But you need to register your company first. Write it down. Figure out the name.
Yes.
What is it that you do? What is that you're passionate about? You have to understand your company name.
Yep.
And then I do entrepreneur coaching. I always tell people, look at McDonald's. What do they have? They have a name, a logo, an email address, a physical address. They have, they know what services they're going to provide. They know what materials they need. They have a website. They have a budget. They have a business plan or business model. And you can literally nothing under the sun is new.
Right.
Right.
You can look at several different companies and literally follow their business
You don't
model.
have to create the wheel.
You don't. You don't.
It's there for you.
Right.
It's there for you. Yeah.
All right.
And I know you said, take your name and make sure you legalize it, but even trademark it. People don't
Trademark
even realize you can trademark it. $265. Again, when we first did our trademark, didn't know no better, paid a guy like almost $1,000 a lawyer. But, had to research it. And look, people, we can do this.
Right.
You can do this. Even if you're not really physically prepared right now, but if you have your idea, like you said, if
Right.
you have the name that you want to go ahead and do those things.
Now.
So you can lock them down.
And then I also tell people,
Thanks, God.
Thanks, God. Say it louder. Say it louder, Sean.
Thank you, God. That
She
was the
whispered,
word.
"Thanks,
You know how you
God."
just. I pick it up when he putting it down.
Come
Okay.
on. And you have to, if you serious.
If you're serious.
If you're serious. I recently had a conversation with my friend, and me and her were talking about a company that we were thinking about doing together. Completely outside of the scope of what I do. And God had dropped it in my spirit, and he gave me her name. I called her at 11 something at night and was like, did you ever think about? She was like, girl, yeah, I know how to do it. I've been doing it for years, but we never got it legalized and blah, blah, blah. And she said, I just don't know where to start first. Get your name. She said, oh, I should pay for it? Yeah.
Right.
She said, well, I have all these different things I want to do. I want to do catering. I said, it's $16. Pay for all of them at the same time. All of them. Pay for all of them at the same time. And then go ahead and get your free EIN number. It's free.
It's free.
It's free. And then go get a business bank account.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so, Sam, you spoke about trademarks. And I tried, I don't know why I do it, but I always reduce my testimony. But when God gave me I Am Evidence, and me and, again, Fame at 313, when me and him talked about it, he said, how did you do that? How did you get an HBO documentary in your company's name? I said, that was all God. God gave it to me. My best friend, my brother Wink, printed a shirt for me exactly how I wanted it for free, because I ain't have $20 for me to print this shirt. I was like, but I need it today. I need $20 next week.
Right.
But he printed the shirt for me, and I thought it was one thing. Less than a year later, God blew on that thing because it was tangible. Because I had did everything that needed to be done, registered my company name, got an EIN number, I did all these, got a website, and then so Sean, as we were talking about earlier, I secured my social media.
Right.
Absolutely.
So when God blew on that thing, and I did the documentary with Mariska Hargitay and Kim Worthy, it was easy for my lawyer to register my trademark because
you already
had
had
use.
Yes.
Because you have to show it in use.
Yes.
And so nobody else could say that they had I Am Evidence in use, because we could go backdate it from a Facebook post. The first day I posted it on Facebook, Wink was holding a shirt up, and that was it.
That was it. That's all you needed.
It was in use.
Yep.
I edited my website, supremetransitions.org, and added a whole company page on there for I Am Evidence, for workshops and, assisting survivors and everything that I wanted to do. Even though I hadn't even started doing those things yet.
Right.
Everything that I wanted to do under I Am Evidence, I already listed it on my website, so that's tangible.
Okay.
I wrote
I
it.
got you.
I made it plain. So nobody could say, oh, well, she don't do that. Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah.
It's in writing.
Yep. Yes, I
It's
did.
on a website. It's been there for a couple of years. So you have to write the vision and make it plain. Then, so I said, register your company. I just wrote some notes. I'm not going to get real deep into this thing because you got to pay me for that. You see my face? I do this.
Serious money.
I do this. God has blessed me to be able to travel and speak and earn wages, for my speaking engagements and teaching and training. So then the other thing is, and I know Sam can kind of piggyback on this, is your personal credit. To be an entrepreneur, you need to look at your personal credit. You need to be able to, and me and Sean, that's my sister. I'll be like, Sean, what I got to do? I want this particular line. I want that. My cousin April, God bless her, baby is riding an Infinity truck. I want it. The big dog.
You can have it.
And I can have it.
Yeah.
And so earlier, Miss T, I watched you guys' show, Speaking Affirmations. Every morning I look in the mirror and I say, I'm the head and not the tail. I'm the lender and not, I'm not in need. I'm lacking nothing. Not the borrower. I speak those things over my life every morning. And I believe in manifesting. I believe that the power of life and death is in my tongue. So everything that I say will become. I had no clue when I said in 2012, I'm going to be able to travel and speak and be paid. That now people cover my travel expenses, air, ground, hotel per diem, per day.
That's happening for my son
honorarium.
right now.
You understand?
Right.
Oh, I feel a little shunna.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I was just telling somebody that, bragging a little bit. But
Brag a whole lot.
Yeah.
Don't brag.
ask about my son. I'm like, let me tell you what he doing.
What he
But
doing?
yeah.
Okay. Because he's doing a lot. But you have to have faith. The size of a mustard seed to be able to become an entrepreneur. This is not for the faint of heart. It's not easy.
But you got to have more than faith. faith without what?
Works
Thank
is
you.
dead.
When
we
talking about that,
somebody got to put in.
You can't just sit at home in front of your
No.
TV all day and like, Lord, I got faith in you. You go bless me with this idea,
Right.
and you ain't doing
And you ain't
absolutely nothing with that idea.
Didn't I just say that on the way here? I was talking to you
Yeah,
earlier on the
checks start
phone.
rolling in, baby.
I said when the checks
Everybody-
start rolling in, the
Yeah.
only people
It's
gonna
more
get
than just-
paid
you
is
need
the
more
one
than
that's
faith.
putting in the work.
'Cause
God
they
will bless you
coming.
through the work.
Because they coming.
They
because
coming.
Amen. They
Exactly.
coming.
I wrote on my vision board. Remember I had my vision board party this year? I didn't even finish putting pictures on it. I just wrote a list of names of people I wanted to work with. Mona Scott, baby, I'm ready. Single Mama Hustle is ready. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
We know you love it.
Yes.
This Detroit girl fly.
Yes.
Okay, butterfly.
Detroit girl hustle.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that was the other thing. And then another bullet point that I had wrote down is outside of your your personal credit, you need your personal credit to be able to establish
business credit.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You have
Absolutely.
to get that intact. It's free apps. It's things that you can do for free to be able to clean your credit. And right now, I told people in March, outside of the foolishness in the pandemic, people dying, loved ones in my family dying, I sent out mass text messages telling people, right now is the time to clean your credit. Dispute everything on your credit report because the economy is collapsing right now.
Right.
These people are not going to be able to collect no debt. Dispute it.
Right.
Yeah.
And while they claiming they loss, let yours be included in that loss that they claim.
Right.
My credit score jumped up so high in the pandemic. You
Yeah.
And here's
a lot
another
of
thing
people was up after the pandemic.
about credit is just so very important because that's the first thing people say. Well, I'm looking for a house. Well, did you even apply for a mortgage? No. Do you know what your credit score is?
No.
So these are like the number one things that you need to do before you say, hey, let's go look for a house. Because there's no need in going to look for a house and you don't have no way of paying for it.
Correct.
And then when it comes to credit, like she said, it's very, very, very important. People, credit cards is not your friend. I don't know how many ways I can say this. I wish I spoke different languages so I could explain to them they're not your friend.
Right.
It is a way to help build your credit.
Correct.
It's a way to help
But
you
once
get
you
to
do
credit.
that,
But I'm going to tell you a very important key.
Thank you.
And I got to admit, I learned this from my husband. Let's say when you get your credit card and you start swiping, the most important thing you can do is pay your balance off before that statement come in the mail.
Yep.
Because I know so many people, whether you have a secured credit card or even an unsecured credit card. Like some people with a secured credit card, where they put money on it, and then because they're trying to build their credit, so they basically putting money on this card, to build it up and make payments. Okay, well, guess what? Let's say that secured credit card that they get like Baby Fat used to do,
The rush card.
right?
The rush card.
the rush card. But your interest rate is 25%.
That's
Right.
crazy.
Ooh.
Okay, so let's say you go charge something for $100. I want y'all to listen to this. You charge something for $100.
Talk slow,
Then
Sand, because these people might be a little slow.
I know I'm a fast talker.
Me too.
And your monthly payment is $10. You think you're doing something because you done charged that $100. You done charged $200. You done charged your max at $300, and you making your $10 a month payment.
Nope.
So let's say if you was $100, you done paid them $10, but they done charged you $25 in interest.
Yes.
So technically, all you paying is $10, but you getting charged $25. So you getting charged at $15.
Right.
And each
Each
month,
time.
each time is going over and over. So the way to build your credit is try to minimize what you charge.
spend.
And when you do spend it, make sure you pay it off before the interest set in.
Yes.
That's going to bring
When we
your
just-
credit
Oof.
up so high. You will, like you said, you're going to be so surprised.
Right.
Yeah. So that's credit cards. You got they're wonderful, but you got to know how to work
Yep.
them.
And that's
got
what I was
to.
telling you that too.
Yeah.
When you was talking about credit cards, I'm like, pay your balance. Like whenever you get your, before you get your statement,
Yep, before you get your
pay
statement.
it in full, no interest.
No
So you don't get
interest.
any interest on your card. So whatever I spend on it, I'm paying it off in full.
I really ingrained
And then you don't
want
want to, because they'll start reporting to the credit report.
Yeah.
Like if you're behind or if your balance even gets too high, it'll flag you. Like, oh, your balance on your credit cards are high. They're all, like you really want to limit the usage.
Yep.
too.
Right. So like she said, and I'm only bringing this up because as you're talking, there's some like key things I want to jump in on.
I need that.
Because
jump in.
With everybody right now, want to buy a house, buy a house, but credit. Let's start working on that now.
Yes.
Like you said, you can dispute a lot of these things. Now, I don't want to take jobs away from people out here that do credit repair, and y'all charging these $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. And I feel like this: if you're charging me $3,000 to $4,000 to repair my credit, I can take that money to pay off some of the bills that I got.
Right.
Wake up, people.
Right.
But, I don't want to steal nobody's job.
Yeah,
That's
but
your
still,
hustle.
you paying somebody to do something you can do yourself.
You can do yourself.
But
you get a free credit report.
those people are needed because there are some people that don't understand, don't want to take the time.
But explain
or
it
don't
to me.
have the time.
Okay, I'll pay you for your knowledge. Explain it to me. But I'm wrong because I wouldn't want anybody to knock my business. But I should have to pay you $200-$300 every month to show me how to do it.
Right.
So do that. Then you're gonna, because we're gonna need a mortgage. And when you apply for that mortgage, the first thing they're gonna look at is your credit score. And I have people who say, well, I talked to the mortgage guy and my credit score is 680 or 700. And I don't understand why I still can't get a mortgage. He told me my debt ratio too high. Debt ratio.
Speak on it.
I learned about that my first townhouse downtown Detroit. Right. I had to write a real nice letter explaining my debt to income ratio.
Yes, you're right. So they're going to look at how much money you're bringing in each month, but how much you're paying out. So you can have a 900 credit score. But guess what? If your debt ratio is too high, if if your debt is more than you're bringing in every month, you're still not going to get a mortgage. So that's another thing people need to understand.
Yes.
And then you still need to have some cash on hand.
Yes.
That closing table. That a lot of times people
that's why I played the lottery today.
Right.
First time.
Right. But I've had people, once we're looking for houses and then they get into the knee deep and then they was like, what's all these closing costs? And I'm like, no mortgage representative didn't explain that to you? So depending on what type of mortgage you're doing, you need your down payment.
And the closing cost.
Right, you have your closing cost. And that consists of your taxes. That's going to consist of you paying up a year of your homeowner's insurance. So there's a lot that goes into that people really need to do some research on. So I try not to get into mortgages, but I find myself being that mortgage rep, explaining to people that what entails of it because they wasn't taught. They wasn't told.
We weren't. Weren't.
Right. Especially we weren't. That's why I'm glad we're doing this today because a lot of us weren't taught that. And I know the show is only so long, but I want to say this, and I want to look in the camera, and I want y'all to listen. Because when the last time me and my husband did a whole show on this about buy real estate, when you get that income tax money, when you get that lump sum of money, buy real estate. There's no better investment. People didn't do it. We didn't buy back the block, which is what everybody hollering about now. We didn't do it when the opportunity was there for us. The houses were so cheap, they was throwing it at us, black people. They was throwing these houses at us, but we didn't jump up on it. Some of us didn't jump up on it. Those that did, God bless you. Yes.
Now it's a situation, you could barely afford a house in the city of Detroit, even if you had the money.
Yes.
Because you got these, especially this tax auction.
Oh, come on. Come on, Sam.
Talk to
the face.
You got folks overseas, other states, other countries buying up our blocks.
Yep.
That we struggled in and we fought in, we grew up in.
Yeah. Yes.
We made people rich all up because our parents was buying, paying rent and wasn't owning nothing. How did we allow this to happen?
Yes,
so unfortunately, you can't go back now and say, hey, they taking over. Because when we had it, I hate to say it. Don't cuss me out.
Yep, say it.
We didn't do nothing with it.
Yep.
I have a feeling that time is going to come back. So I'm telling y'all, stack
it's coming
paper.
now.
Let's do it.
Gentrification is real. And I see it in my neighborhood. That it's people right now, like yesterday, we had a card in our door, like from Brittany, whoever Brittany is. Do you want to sell your home?
Hell
if no.
Look, in foolish voice, hell no.
Right. No, we don't want to sell it. No, Brittany, stay out there wherever you sent this postcard from. We don't want to sell our home.
Yeah.
And I mean, just gentrification is real when I can ride through the North End and see a white woman taking her morning jog. No, running.
Okay.
Morning jog on the North
End.
Okay. Gentrification is real. Wake up, people.
I was at
because if we don't do it, they go bad all
and
up.
They're doing it.
They're doing it now. They are doing it.
Yeah.
On top of building new real estate, on top of that.
Yeah.
But even the existing real estate, they coming over there, like in my area, and they buying them up. Nice,
and so
beautiful
Sean lives
homes.
in the UD district, right?
I live in Russell Woods.
Right, Russell Woods. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're
not far from there.
Your average investor now, just say your average investor who has been dealing in Detroit, rehabbing homes. Because we have a nonprofit and we did that. We bought a house, we rehabbed it, and we gave it away to a veteran woman a single mom with 5 kids. But your average investor now can't even afford it.
Yeah.
You can't even afford it. So even if you wanted to, reinvest in your neighborhood and build it back up, they done priced you out of it.
Yeah.
I was in Somerset Mall at the Gucci store.
Gucci. Walking in.
I had a lady helping me. But then a bunch of guys, our African-American young men came in, and she just left me. Every salesperson in there just left whoever they was working with and knew every one of these guys by name.
But you're so nice. That didn't matter?
No. I don't think that mattered.
Oh, okay.
They must be regulars there.
They probably were regulars. That's what she was saying. Like, they knew them, so they all ran to them.
That's my sarcasm.
They wanted that commission.
Right. That's my sarcasm. Right. You're so nice.
And they knew all of these guys by names. And the guys was just throwing everything in the bag. I wanted to so bad pass out my real estate card and be like, them Gucci shoes in 1 more month, they gonna come out with something else and they gonna be worth a dime. I want to tell them so bad. Do you know what we can do with this money you spend?
Yes.
Do you know what we can invest? We can create you an LLC. Your baby mama ain't even got to know it's yours.
Come on. Let's
do that, Sam.
A word.
Well,
you
I wouldn't be the baby mama
that was
I
a
know.
word.
I do my research, baby daddy. I be knowing.
Right. Girl, I'm saying that to say that there's so much more you could be doing with your money.
With your money.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
I agree. I totally agree.
I just read a comment that said, I love this show.
Oh, my granny. Wait a minute. Go ahead. Say that first.
Facts. Oh, we have a caller? What?
Ooh, my granny is watching too.
Is that your granny calling? Hi.
Hello, baby. Hello, baby.
Oh, that ain't your
That's
granny.
my house.
That's
No, I said my granny is watching.
Oh, hey, Granny.
Grandma Peggy, love you.
We love you, Grandma Peggy.
So I hear the word gentrification, right?
Yes, you did.
But I don't feel like it's gentrification for 2 reasons.
Okay.
One, as Odell's wife has stated, that we had the property and had opportunities, but we did nothing with it. We cannot be mad when other people see opportunity and they handle their business.
Correct. I agree.
And we all know that the casinos hold a lot of titles to a lot of those.
Ooh.
Homes. Okay.
Speak on it.
And so I don't look at gentrification in our sense as far as them taking over. They just see an opportunity and they are willing to do it. We have a lot of us don't want to move into something that looks ugly, and we don't like to build a lot of times.
I agree.
Not saying not all the time, but sometimes we don't like nothing ugly. We want it pretty when we move into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been guilty of. I passed on 3 or 4 homes because I'm like, man, $10,000 and I got to put $20,000 in it. I'd rather just take $40,000 and move into something ready. Well, that ain't how life even goes.
Exactly.
You know?
Right.
Sam, you want to speak to that?
Well, first of all, hi, Miles. How are you?
I'm blessed. How you doing?
I have one question for you, Miles, if you don't mind.
No, that's no problem. You can ask me 3.
Why I had to be Odell's wife? Why I couldn't just be Sam?
He said he know you.
Oh, he must know you if he said it because he was like Odell's wife. I'm like, hold on, Scorpio.
Come on,
yeah. Black women. Yeah. I am more than his wife. I am more than his wife.
I'm just messing with you, Miles. I'm just messing with you.
I know you. I have not been formally introduced to you before, though we have met. But I know Odell. Well, we known each other for like 20 years. And
okay.
So. And at first when I heard you, I was like, I forgot.
He did.
Forgot his name. I forgot his name because by me having a stroke 6 years ago, my memory go off and on. But when I heard, I said, "Oh, Odell, that's his name. Damn it, Odell." Anyway,
but Miles, you make a very, very, very good point, and that's one of the things that I honestly can say that Odell is good with. Even at the house we brought now, when we was looking for a house for us to live in, even me and my mama walked in this house like, "What is this?" And Odell mind just went racing. We can do this, we can do that. Mm-hmm. You know, even his investment properties, they be. Oh, what is
he
you
saw the
thinking?
vision.
What is you spending our money on?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but like you said, you gotta have the vision.
You gotta have the vision.
And my niece now, who's looking for a house, I hope she watching because she know I'm gonna be talking about her. And I'm looking for a house, but she wants something like you said, Miles.
Move-in ready.
It gotta have this. It gotta have
pay
that.
For
and I
it
keep
too.
trying to tell her you can find something for at least $30,000 cheaper.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you can rehab it the way you
like
want to over a certain amount of time. And I promise you will be done spending less money. Then that extra $30,000 you trying to back, because right now the house market is so expensive.
Is it?
It's very expensive.
right now I'm an HGTV fiend, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like,
I love it.
I'd be watching that stuff. I'd be like, wait a minute, for extra $20,000, they took that house from that to this.
Yeah.
I said, either we dealing with the wrong type of builders, or we don't know what the hell we be doing.
Mm-hmm. Both. Because I was going to touch on that when you was talking about gentrification, and you were saying we can't be mad, but that's one thing about others is that they teach their family that from the ground up, from the beginning. They already know that, and it's a lot of us who don't.
Yeah,
we definitely have a renter type mindset,
right?
When we first start off, and there's nothing wrong with having a renter type of mindset as long as you move on to want to be an owner.
Correct.
Well, that's because we don't have that knowledge. Think about it.
Right.
I love my mama. May she rest in peace. Same thing with my mother-in-law. When me and my husband was taking a buyout from the plant, they were like, "You gonna leave a plant? Is you crazy? That's the best thing." You know, we as black people, you can't leave that plant. But can't fault them because in their generation, most people left the South, came up here.
All our people did.
Right. They
all our people did.
Didn't know no better. So I thank God that I had a job where they did offer you a buyout.
Yes.
Because a lot of folks just get laid off and get fired and you don't have nothing.
Agreed.
But we got to change the mindset.
Yes.
It's all about the mindset. So what don't happen for us, we got to take that knowledge and pass it on to our kids. Yes. Because my child, my job as a parent is to make sure my child feed off my back.
Yes.
Go higher.
Ooh, say it.
I shouldn't be in a situation where I'm leaving them in debt and they trying to figure out how to bear
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to change it. We got to. Somebody has to change it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad I said that because I hate when people say gentrification. They want all the black people out now. They want you, if your ass ain't paying your bills, they want you out.
Right.
Most people, people who own stuff, a lot of people that own stuff, charity, they own stuff to make money.
Correct.
So
and they take care of it because it's an investment. You own it, you take care of it.
Most definitely, and that's what I think when people talk gentrification, you can see a white woman running around with a Shih Tzu on the north end, but
in the number streets, not the north end, the number streets.
No, I'm talking about. I saw this on the north end though.
Oh yeah, but you can do that, but it's the reason why, and I think people don't look at the reason why. They just look at what they believe that white girl got my grandma's house. No, you lost your grandma's house.
Mm-hmm. Right,
and that's a hard truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Miles.
No problem. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you, Miles. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
You welcome. And y'all sound so clear.
Oh, thank you for that. I think that was directed to you, Erica.
I don't have anything to say. I will listen later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And so the other thing that I had jotted down, you guys, you ladies, is certifications, training, and licenses. When you're seeking to become an entrepreneur or moving into the real estate company or agency as an entrepreneur, you have to make sure that you can afford those certifications, apply for them, and renew them.
Absolutely.
It's some things that you have to have documentation for. I've helped so many people launch their companies. One guy in particular, years ago, he called himself taking me on a date. The date turned into me doing entrepreneur coaching.
Hey, whatever works.
Seriously. And we never had a second date. But we became great friends. And I love him today. He called me 2017. He said, I just want to thank you for taking the time to go to dinner with me. You gave me so much game about the food truck industry. He said, I'm launching my truck this year.
Okay.
All right.
Rehab the whole ice cream truck into a full food truck. And he debuted it at the HBO screening that I held with the Detroit Free Press.
Okay.
And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But one of the things we talked about at that point was because I was downtown Detroit doing that debut, I was like, what kind of licenses do you need to pull your truck up? So we had some hiccups because he didn't have the proper paperwork to sell food.
Gotta have permits
on Grand River and Woodward. And so we had to figure it out and maneuver and pivot. And that's another thing. When in entrepreneurship, you have to be able to pivot.
Yeah.
These are not brick walls. Mm-hmm. When things happen, when wrenches get thrown in the game, you have to be able to quickly pivot, change your mind. You can't dwell on what happened. You can't have no feelings, no emotions.
Absolutely.
You have to be able to just straight up pivot and turn and keep it moving. And that's what me and him did. And I brought that up because he didn't have the documentation he needed to sell on the street and really put the lights on and show out. But we had to pivot and figure out how he could still advertise his company at this opportunity that I gave him.
All right.
And he ended up selling the dinners inside the building.
Okay.
And I do have to give a shout out to my Uncle Favors. Lazar Favors. Because I call him Uncle Favors, but he gave me that location.
Okay.
That year. Oh, so we have someone asking for the call-in number. It is area code 248-854-9850. And we already talked on having a mentor. That was the last thing on my thing.
So what else do you want? You want to touch on something, Sam?
Well, again, for those, one thing I do want to say that if you are trying to start your own business, don't just quit your job. Don't just say I'm laying it all on the line. I mean, some people can do that.
Some people do it.
But
I did it.
But as long as you
But I work now.
But see? But as long as you have your finances in order is what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with continuing to work your job and using that money
to finance your dream.
To finance your dream for your side hustle. Then you're going to use your side hustle money for your investments.
To build your investment and your empire.
Exactly.
Okay. And so we're going to take this call. It's going to be a short call because we need to get into our SMH moment and our wind down.
Okay.
But thank you, caller. How may I help you, ma'am? Thanks for calling the Single Mommy Hustle. Who am I speaking with?
This is Henrietta. Hi.
Hey, love.
Hi.
You know I love you, boo.
I love you. You guys, I just wanted to say, I'm just so elated. I'm sitting up here. I'm a new business owner. So everything you guys are saying, I am. I have an LLC for my company. I just obtained my LLC in June.
No way. I've been on you forever. I thought you been had like some kind of company, candlesticks.
I had been doing a lot of small businesses, but I had never put them into a company format, and I've done it.
Gotcha.
And I'm listening to this short. I'm sitting up here. I'm telling you, everything short of a cartwheel right now.
Okay.
And I'm I'm so glad I was able to catch your show. You ladies are amazing. You're giving all wonderful information. I'm taking notes. I just want to say thank you for this information, but I do have a question. Erica, you guys mentioned something about licensing. Because my company is a personnel service company, LLC, and it's housing child care, home care, commercial and residential cleaning, and soon to be tax services.
Okay.
How do I license the company or the business, the LLC, without, can I still move forward in hiring people and putting people to work and obtaining grants and funding to run this company, to run this business without the license? Or should I get the license and then proceed?
As far as the small business is concerned, Sam, you nodded your head. Did you have a comment?
Well, no. Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Okay. So, from what I understand, if it were me, while I'm in the process, because you get blessed as you go, while I'm in the process of waiting on those licenses and clearances to come back, I would still be applying for certain grants and loans that don't have that certification as a requirement. And there are many, and I can inbox. I inbox like 5 people today. I can send you a list of things that came straight from the state of Michigan and the DEGC. As far as the SBA grants, loans, small business offerings that they have available, but have it in motion. I would make sure that I have it in motion because, God forbid, some type of audit or something happens and you're not prepared. You want to be able to have this stuff. And I wouldn't say get it and spend it. I would say get it and prioritize what you get if it comes in. God willing, it comes in.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I get everything you guys said with the, I got the business account, I got the EIN numbers, and I have the LLC. And this is where I'm at so far with it. I haven't finished the website yet.
Oh, don't worry about the website.
I'm working on that. Okay, but I really want to make sure that moving forward to put people to work, what I need to make sure that I won't get caught up in some type of a audit where I should have done this, should have done that, and lose my company or out money I don't have yet.
Do you have insurance at all? Did you get any insurance for your company?
I have not done that yet either.
Yeah, I would definitely do that, especially if you're saying you have a cleaning service. Lord forbid you hire somebody that go in there
and steal something.
You're going to be held.
Right.
No, I mean, seriously, you're going to be held responsible for that. So I would definitely do that before you start putting people on your payroll that you really don't know and don't trust. You definitely want to get you some insurance to cover yourself.
And also, it's a lot of stuff available right now for Restart, and you can get it. But it's some things that are going to generate an automatic audit. It's some things like that PPP. I just had to tell a few survivors that I work with, don't apply for that, because you do nails.
What is the
baby.
PPP?
It's a payroll.
Payroll
protection.
Oh,
program.
okay, gotcha.
But you do nails out your basement. Don't you do no PPP loan? You ain't got no employees, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You the employee, the CEO, the CFO,
yeah,
you all of that.
Yeah.
You ain't employing the kids because they make the flyers. No. If you
Girl.
No, when you're dealing with the federal government, be legit.
Yeah, be
legit. But Henrietta, I love you. I would just say, as far as a website, go on Wix, Wix.com, do a landing page for free. Wix.com. Do a free.
Oh my God, I'm so proud of you, young lady. I'm so proud of you, girl. I'm so proud of you. And you ladies on this channel are amazing. Have a great evening, everybody.
But just listen.
You too.
Just listen. You can hang up, but still listen.
Okay, I'm still on.
All right. So go to WIX.
I'm listening.
Okay.
WIX. I'm listening.
Hang up, girl.
She could have talked.
So go to WIX.com and create a free landing page. You don't have to pay for the domain yet. You don't have to build out a full website. Get a landing page. It'll still say Wix.com. It'll say Henrietta Ivy's company.wix.com. Do a landing page for free. That is okay. So if they do email you and say, hey, we can't find your company, can you send us a website? You have a landing page. That landing page can just say your company's name, have your picture on there, an intro, bio, and the services that you provide. Free.
Okay.
When you get ready to move forward, when you start getting all that money coming in, because it's going to come, we claiming it.
Yes.
Then you buy your domain name. Then you have a web designer go ahead and build it all out, make it pretty, all that good stuff. But to start, WIX.com, Wix.com. It's a free site. And still apply. I will still apply.
Okay.
So I'm looking at our clock. We got a few minutes. Sean, what is your SMH moment this week? And the SMH moment, for those who don't know, something that happened this week that made you laugh, made you cry, made you shake your head. Just something in the world, whether it was local, national, whatever, because, we didn't have some stuff going on this week.
I know, right? Only thing came to my mind was peace.
Peace?
Peace. PEACE.
Okay. Okay.
Some peace. I just want people to have peace, some closure. I don't want to go all into it or whatever, but
what triggered that?
I don't want to go all into what triggered it, but
peace.
I just feel like
peace as in inner peace or peace out. Get out of my face.
Inner peace. Inner peace.
Okay.
Keeping your peace.
Okay.
I'll say that. Just
as Ayanla and Jessica Mama say, stay in peace and not in pieces.
So all people that's broken right now want healing for them and some peace. But yeah, it was just a lot going on this week, and I just want to say I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I got some peace.
Good.
And you're going to keep having it.
But
I'm speaking that on your life. You're going to keep having it. And you're going to keep being able to disperse it.
Yes.
Everywhere you go, it's going to be peace. When you walk in a room, it's going to destroy anything that's not peace.
Amen. So that was my only thing. Just that was on my heart this week, peace. And praying for world peace.
World peace. We need it.
Yeah.
And touch Donald Trump's wig piece.
He needs to just be touched. Okay, by the Lord. He needs some holy water in the...
I don't care what y'all say. Donald Trump will go down as one of the number one gangsters. His
He is.
I'm gonna start putting his poster next to
he is just like
Scarface.
He turned that whole presidency into like the ultimate hustle.
Okay.
You hear me?
The President Hustle.
It was.
TV reality show.
No, he had enough reality shows.
I'm tired of it.
Yes, I'm over it. He made this like a 4-year reality show. I'm over it. But yeah.
And Sam, what was your SMH moment? Gangsta.
Okay, my SMH moment. I talk fast. That's a lot I want to say, so I'm gonna say it quickly because I know we on a time schedule here. I went to a closing. I had a closing, and after the closing, my husband came with me, and we was shaking hands with the other agent or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And she was trying to recruit us to come work for this company that she worked for. Okay. And my husband was like, no, we own our own company. We're black owned, 100% black owned.
Bosses.
Exactly, bosses. And he was just like, why would I come work for you when I got my own company?
Right.
If anything, sister, you come work for me.
Mm-hmm.
So she was just basically saying that where she's at, how she's doing this and doing that. And so my husband said to her that, the problem is there's really no well-known all-black 100% owned brokerage company. That why we just won't get together and make ourselves a whole household name. Mm-hmm. And her whole thing is, oh no, see, I ain't got time for all that. I'm just gonna go over. If it's your ego. If you let your ego go, Mr. Hines, then maybe you can come work with us and you can come do what we doing. So his response to her is, that's why we as black people have no power. We have no power. Mm-hmm. We own nothing. We are conglomerate-wise, we own absolutely nothing. So where you're at right now, since you claim all these things that they have in place, why you won't take that and bring it to a black, 100% black-owned real estate company, whether it's mine or somebody else's,
right?
And make it better.
And make it better,
right?
Oh, I ain't got time for that. You need to just get off your ego and you need to come work for the man. What? Exactly. So the mindset,
rise above.
This is what I'm talking about. The mindset, people.
Mind shift.
We gotta change our mindset. We walk around all day. Black Lives Matter. Support black businesses. Do this. But at the end of the day, you would rather go work for the man, whoever that other man may be, whatever other nationality he may be. I'm not singling one out. Than to take those same ideas and bring it to a black-owned brother or sister company, because you worried about, I figured it out. The man that helped me, you figured out on your own. We ain't gonna never get nowhere.
Right.
So I'm just sitting back that her response was, and what I had to tell her was, look, when you go get your clients as a real estate agent, do they ask you who you work for? You got that client because of what you did. You built that relationship with that client.
Right.
It wasn't because you worked for Remax or Century 21 or Keller Williams. It was something you did.
Right.
So you went out and you hustled.
That's amazing.
You put your name out there. You did your own marketing. You got that client.
That's good.
And now that you done sold this property, you giving what, 20, 30, 40%
to
plus
the man.
commission fees and royalty fees
to
the man.
Santa's bad.
Explain that to me. Explain that to me.
I told you.
So you saying Black Lives Matter. You saying black businesses matter. You say we all need to overcome and kumbaya.
Right.
But then you got the nerve to sit here and tell me to my face, no, I'm going to continue working for the man because I like working for the man. I ain't got time. You figure it out. You figure out what to do, what the man going to do. Come on.
Because when it come down to him, he going to take it to his man.
Thank you.
And his family, and they gonna keep it in the family, and and
so when we gonna keep it in the family, that's all I'm saying.
That's why I said when we already
gonna keep
400 years behind, when we gonna catch up?
Okay, now speaking on that, my SMH moment. Okay, and I texted you, Sean, the Facebook link. I purposely wore my 313 gear today.
All right,
to support Clement Fame Brown at the 313 store on Livernois Avenue, the Avenue of Fashion.
Yeah.
He was blessed to have our ex-vice president, Joe Biden, come into his store yesterday and buy. Support.
Yes. Hurry up and buy.
Hurry up and buy. He hurried up and buy. And left with bags.
Yes. And then just gave him that exposure.
And
that
gave
was the
him
blessing,
that exposure,
was that he gave him that exposure.
Sean.
So people who don't know where it's at, or
or
live out of state, they can order from him online.
When I tell you his hustle's so strong,
bless his business.
Come on, he don't sleep. He is sowing into his children, his family, his community. He's so amazing. Anybody that just walk in there and talk to him, he's so approachable. He's loving. He's kind. He's knowledgeable. And he don't treat people no kind of way, and he gives quality products.
He creates generational wealth.
Generational wealth. That's building wealth in Detroit.
Yes, we do.
And it looked good. The whole building from the front to the back looked good. And people on the post that he made with the picture of Joe Biden, he said Joe came and secured the bag today. Or whatever it said. People was on there race baiting. Well, he not the black people's candidate.
That's a whole nother subject. We got to do a whole nother show on that.
And we are next Thursday. But because I've been ignited.
You ready to come back?
The same folks that don't vote, don't shop, don't participate, ain't got shit. And I had to say that with a passion. You ain't got nothing. How dare you tell this man anything about his customer?
Have in his store. Whether you want to vote for him or not.
You don't vote. Y'all don't vote.
See, that's that. Yeah, we got to touch on that.
Don't vote.
Don't vote.
But you got all these comments that don't make not a lick of sense.
Not a lick of sense.
And I go in there and spend a nice dollar. Every time my cousins come in town from out of town, my sister come to Detroit from DMV. The first time when they opened, I took my sister down there. I said, baby, we got to go to 313. And it is my sister's birthday.
Happy birthday, Alicia.
But we love 313 and we love him. So how dare you disrespect that man's brand? He is the Detroit brand. And I'm going to say it on air. And before I take it back, I'll add more to it. He better than Detroit versus everybody. He support. He support. He support other entrepreneurs. He put other people's brands in his store.
Okay.
He helped them maximize on his platform. That man is a genius and he's beautiful. And how dare you disrespect him because he had a customer who just happens to be running for the president of the United States in 2020 and just happens to also be the ex-vice president of the United States. He ain't did that to nobody. Don't do that. That bothered me. That was my SMH moment.
All right.
And for my wind down. I'm drinking Platinum Patron.
All right. You know what I thought it was?
What?
Your friend.
Who's
Kendall Jackson?
Nope, I'm drinking Platinum Patron. And it costs a lot.
Ooh.
But it's my sister's birthday.
Balling.
And I could not be in the DMV area. Okay, I couldn't be with her. And I know I got to take a shot with her tonight before midnight. So I said, you know what? I'm going to dedicate my wine down to my sister and elevation and love.
Amen.
Entrepreneurship, female bosses.
Yes.
And we're going to keep moving forward.
All right.
What do you fill your cup with, whether it's figurative or literal, for your wine down?
Well, for my wine down, actually, I try to do things with my family.
Good.
You know, as they get older, the kids get older, and my youngest will be going off to college.
Oh my God, I feel old. I was about to wait a minute. How old is Carrie?
I know. Look at the gray. I don't feel it. I even look it. I'm just
don't look it.
So I'm just at this point, I'm just honestly continuing trying to figure out ways, me and my husband, to continue to build our brand, build our business, to create that generational wealth.
Yes.
So we can have something to pass on to our children, something we can do to help the community. So if you're looking to buy or sell real estate, give us a call. I Am Real Estate, 100% black owned. We are here to help you. 248-539-1200. Website is IamRealEstate.com. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter under I Am Real Estate MI for Michigan. So I Am Real Estate MI. Give us a call.
All right. Yes.
Your wine down, Sean? My
wine down is Jose Cuervo Margarita.
We didn't see your pink cup. It ain't yellow or red today.
Oh, it's pink today.
It matched your
I'm
clothes.
pink cupping. Yeah, my clothes like a little mauve. But yeah, that's what I'm drinking. Just a little light something.
So we want to thank you all for joining us tonight. This is our 4th episode of the Single Mommy Hustle. And as Sean has said, we know a little bit about
We know a lot about the Single Mommy Hustle.
So we want to see you guys again next week. We have a very special guest coming with us again. And we thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.